again, everyone. It's Carrie with Any Day Blessings, and I'm so glad you've joined me for another Mama Chat video, where today I'm going to answer a question I get a lot from you all, and that is, why don't you use curriculum from all one publisher? You seem to really love this publisher. Why don't you use this course from them? Or why don't you use that? Or why don't you use everything from them in a whole grade package? I'm going to give you 5 reasons why I no longer do that. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that, by the way. I'm just trying to answer the question that you all have put before me. Why don't I use curriculum from all one publisher? So before I hop into those reasons, I want to let you know that down in the description will be the curriculum choice videos for my kindergartner and my 4th grader for this year, in case you happen to miss those, so you can see what I mean, that I purchase books from all different publishers and I put things together myself, and I don't use, all subjects from one particular publisher. The first reason that I don't purchase all my books in one place is just mainly because I've noticed that certain publishers' courses in certain topic areas are stronger. They offer more resources, they offer greater depth, they're more engaging, whatever it is. It's just an interest thing, or it's just a preference thing. It's not really saying that other courses are bad or poor. It's just saying, wow, this company really knocked it out of the park with history or with math or whatever. And I really, really like the content. I think that there are a lot more resources for me to use to either slow things down or speed things up. And I really just think that this company does this particular course really, really well. An example of this would be history. I am asked all the time, why I don't use history from BJU Press or from Master Books, because I use a lot of other stuff from those 2 companies, and I am asked all the time, why don't I use one of their history courses? And the simple answer is, Knotgrass is history. That's all they do, and it comes through in their product. It's not to say that the other companies' products are inferior per se, like that, or poor choices. It's just that Knotgrass really offers a full, well-rounded history program. They have virtual field trips. They have field trip lists. They have read aloud lists that correlate with the history time period. They have the new homeschool history website that just gives oodles and oodles of extra history resources, like online games and websites for further research and videos. So many history resources that are all in one place and that are already all put together according to time period. And I love it. I love how thorough it's done. I love that it's from a biblical worldview. I love that it's from a homeschooler's mind and heart. I love that it's written to other homeschoolers, and it's just, to me, it's a hands down winner in history, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And it's not to say that if we used a course from another publisher that our history experience would be awful. It's just to say it's already great now. Why change it? I don't feel the need to switch to something else when I have found what I really like for history. So that's just reason number 1. Some companies are really strong in one area and really do a particular course well. And when I find that, I have no desire to switch to something else just to be within one company. So number 2, the second reason that I don't feel the need to purchase all from one company is because sometimes I want to combine my kids in certain subject areas. And I feel that grade leveled resources don't really allow me the opportunity to do that as easily as some resources that are meant for multiple ages. So if I'm looking to combine my kids, I might step out of one publisher's camp and into another one, so that I can find something that will work a little better for our family. So that's reason number 2 that I don't purchase off from one company. The third reason that I purchase from multiple publishers is that I'm trying to match my learning or my teaching style and my child's learning style for each particular subject. I don't know if you have this experience, but in our home, my son likes hands-on, Charlotte Mason, story narrative approach for some subjects, and he just wants straight, give it to me on a worksheet, make it take 10 minutes and be done. Don't make it interactive. Don't make it story-ish and build this beautiful story around it. Just give me the facts. Tell me what I need to accomplish. Tell me the thing for the day, and let's be done with it. And if a certain publisher adopts one educational philosophy of a method of teaching, they're not going to be able to adjust to those different needs that my son has in his different subject areas. So if I subscribe to a Charlotte Mason philosophy and I go to a Charlotte Mason publisher and I buy all of those books, well, if my son just wants the facts and boom, 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 that's not really what Charlotte Mason is about. They're about making connections and building this narrative of learning, and that's not what my son wants for some subjects, and it's not how he learns best. Better yet, it's not how he learns best for certain subjects. So sometimes I have to step outside of a publisher's camp, again, to find a resource that meets the way I like to teach something and the way my son likes to learn it. And that's really not the same across all subject areas for us guys. So I have to adapt my teaching style to the different subject areas sometimes based on what the needs are. So that's another reason that I don't purchase all from one place. Now, the fourth reason that I don't purchase from all one publisher is cost. So I really, really love the Knotgrass history courses. I love them. I love the BJU Press distance learning courses. Love them. Both of those are kind of pricey. If you buy an entire pack at Knotgrass, it can cost you $100 to buy that whole pack. And while you're getting a ton, and you can combine ages, and you can take certain parts out and get things at the library, and you can make do without certain things, it's still pretty costly for one course. And the BJU Press videos, I love them. I wish more people could afford to use them because they're just so well done. But they are expensive, you guys. And so I can't afford to spend that much per course for all the courses. And so sometimes just for cost, I have to, again, go from one publisher to another to find something that's more affordable that still meets the way that we teach and learn here, and that meets the way that or it meets the academic goals that we have as well. So that's just a very practical reason, but it's one I wanted to share with you as well. And my fifth and final reason that you see me oftentimes mix things up and buy from different publishers is because I have reached a point in our homeschool journey where I have gained some confidence as a homeschool mom to pick things that I like and to step outside of the safety net of an all-in-one box curriculum package. Every homeschool mom's going to reach that confidence point at a different time. So I don't want you to feel in any way if you purchased a whole kit that's wrong or bad. It's not. I just have reached the point where I feel more confident now in picking out things that meet all of these other needs in our home, the teaching style, the cost, the way we like to learn, and just all those things. I'm able to step outside of that safety net, as it were, and purchase the things by subject that meet what's right for our family. So that's it. Those are my 5 reasons why I don't stick to one publisher for all our homeschool subjects. I hope that answers a lot of your questions, and I hope that it settles 2 things. Number 1, I hope that it just settles the concern that perhaps there's something wrong with history in this company because I only will use history in that company. I hope that you don't walk away thinking that there's anything insufficient or unpleasant with the options that are in other publishers, that I might use their math but I don't use their history, and why doesn't she use their history? I hope that just kind of settles those concerns that many of you have had over time, that perhaps there's something not good about that course if I feel the need to go and get a course from a different publisher. So that's not what I'm saying at all. Those aren't my reasons for choosing outside of one publisher. It's just as I've outlined in those 5 reasons already. It has nothing to do with me thinking that certain courses by certain publishers are just bleh, and I don't recommend them to you. So the second thing I hope that you learn from this video is that I might often recommend things to my followers here that comment that aren't the things that I'm actually using at the time. They might be things that I've used in the past, or maybe things that I've really thoroughly researched and I'm super familiar with, but we just haven't used yet. I might recommend things to you like that. And when you see those recommendations, don't let that frustrate you or confuse you and say, oh, wait, I thought you used Knotgrass for history. Why are you recommending that she try Masterbooks or BJU Press or something else? Don't let those recommendations confuse you. I know that some people are going to have different criteria and different reasons for picking what they do. And I just want to recommend the thing that I think is going to be most helpful for you and your family, even if it's not what we're currently using. So when I share recommendations, I'm listening to what you're saying to me, and I'm saying, okay, based on what you're saying, this is actually the product that I think would be most helpful for you. I'm not super duper familiar with it. If I'm not, I will say so, but it sounds to me like this is something you should give a good look into. Just know that I'm familiar with a lot of different publishers. I've done a lot of research. I've done a lot of experimenting, bringing books into our home and trying things out. And it took me a while to reach the place where I'm at, where I just know what I like now. And I know some of you are trying to get to that place in your home too, and I just want to help you get there. And so I might recommend things that weren't the fit for us, but maybe the fit for you. And don't be thrown off by that. Okay? That's all. All right, I'm going to wrap this up, and of course, I'll look forward to your questions down below and any feedback that you have. Let me know if this kind of Mama Chat video is helpful to you all, and I will catch you in the next video.